All right, Shalom. I'm going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakwadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that are pushing this word throughout the four corners, doing this thing in truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. And this is just a quick lesson, something I was thinking about since yesterday. I'm gonna get straight to the scriptures, basically on how eventually and sooner than later, we're going to be totally transformed into everything's going to be totally transformed. And that's just speaking on the coming of our Lord Yahushai. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has already set in stone that this world that we live in is not going to be permanent. It's going to be temporary. Also, our us as a whole, it's going to be temporary. So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and 27. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your heart. It says stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. So basically, when it comes time for the redemption of the elect, the 144,000, that's going to be set up for salvation. They're going to see this transformation first, and then when the kingdom of heaven is set up, that's when the totality of Israel, all the 12 tribes, are going to be totally perfect in their perfect state. And the stony heart is what we have now. Oh, well, I would say we are shedding that stony heart. You can say the 2/3 of our people, the rebellious ones, they still have that stony heart. So they go about living like that on an everyday basis. But for the true believers, it's a time where we're setting our mind on the Lord and on the scriptures and the law, statutes, and commandments. And then, so being that, we see that the curses are still there, of course, but we're seeing now that the curses are transferring to our enemies, Esau/Edom, and the other heathen nations. It's going upon them, all right? And some of the characteristics of a stony heart is these characteristics like envy, jealousy, hatred, a murder spirit, a covetous spirit. All these things in which our people delight in, and even those of that call themselves Israelites and preach the Bible and preach the word, they display those characteristics as well. That's why the Lord is gonna take them from the position they're in and give them over to their own heart's lust, because they want to mix that with the truth, their emotions with the truth. So the Lord's going to set them down, all right? Because you're supposed to be a new man. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 52. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Right, so that's the day that we're looking forward to. A total 360 or a 180, if you will. That means no no imperfections in the flesh, because anyone can look at us and see the imperfections on on a physical level. You know, anybody can see that, but when it comes, it's because these people, they're talking about, the certain guys talking about the new covenant, and then we're in a new covenant, and they basically set their doctrine as the new covenant, you know, and that's really impossible to do here in Babylon the Great. Anywhere for that matter, it's hard to do. And also, we're going to be totally changed, and then we know once in the midst of the Lord Yahushua returning, there's going to be given superpowers, if you will, or spiritual power, if you will, to certain individuals. All right? And it's going to be in the twinkling of an eye. It's going to be real quick, real fast. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. And we're seeing the world passeth away now. The trends, the morality, even the infrastructure, pretty much everything is passing away. It's fading away. It's diminishing. It says, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Right? Because there's going to be certain individuals that don't, members of the elect, they're not taste of death, meaning they're not going to die. They're going to be actually saved in the coming of the Lord. All right. And when I was in the world, I imagined like this was going to be like a beam out of the sky, and then, you know, you're going to be at work or you at school or something, and then you just get zapped up, and everybody around you is like looking around, and you know, all the chosen people are just going to be zapped up in the midst of what they're doing. I believe it speaks about that in Matthew, how he's going to take two from a family, and from a field. But really, that's not, you know, it's going to be certain circumstances where, yeah, you know, you very well may be beamed up into the chariots of the Lord, and you're going to be reserved for salvation. That's coming real soon, and that's what we're praying for, because we can't no longer live like this. Scriptures also say he shortened the time because no flesh will be saved if we're here for more time, you know. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Lachakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to you fellow Akim out there. Shalom.